Yo!
What's up? I'm Adam.
And I'm Rosie.
And we are going to go through why we have on-object editing. And to do that, I asked Rosie to jump on because she knows a lot about it. Rosie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Let us know a little bit about yourself for the folks that may not know who you are.
So I'm Rosie. I'm a senior product manager on the Power BI team, mainly focused on creator and exploration experiences.
And I really don't understand why Patrick's not in this video because this is his favorite topic. He loves visualizations. He is the master of visuals. All right, so I've done a few videos on object editing. I personally like it. I had to get used to it a little bit. I had to relearn some clicks and unlearn some muscle memory of what I did before. Like it was a little bit of an adjustment period, but I love it now. And I also love, there were some recent updates that came out too that helped bring back certain things based on customer feedback. So Rosie, why did we go to on-object editing? What is this all about?
So, we were really trying to solve a few of the recurring problems we've been hearing. And we've watched new users like instinctively come to our Power BI product and try to right click on various parts of a visual. They're expecting some sort of formatting, and we don't have that today. And, for those folks also coming straight into the product, they may not always know what visual type is best to work with the data that they're starting off with. Or, we have these field wells and they're, very intimidating. Where do I drag a specific field to? We've seen a lot of users get confused by our current experience. So we were really trying to help them out by providing some guidance along the way. And then also for panes, if you're working on a small laptop screen, it's ends up taking up so much of your canvas space.
We're a little more mature in age, and you notice the glasses, so it's really hard for us to see. So
we really wanted to also help with addressing that problem as well. It may seem a bit unrelated, but we're also trying to solve our problem with our Personalize feature. Personalize is this feature we give to our end users to be able to make some small tweaks, like maybe they want to switch the visual type from a bar chart to a line chart, or maybe they want to swap out a field for their own personal needs.
Yeah, and we did a couple videos on that feature as well. That was one thing I noticed when on-object editing first came out. I'm like, ooh, this really has the feel of personalized visuals.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're hoping to do is eventually take the on-object experience and replace our current personalized experience with on-object.
I mean, personalized to me is amazing, and it's perfect the way it is. So why are we even looking to tweak that?
Right now, it feels like a very different, disjointed experience from what we have over in authoring, right? So that's the big reason why we want to kind of converge these experiences is for folks that may start with Personalize, if they eventually want to skill up to become an author, they're going to feel like this is the same product and this is the same, experience that they had when they were working in Personalize and then moving over into creating their own report. We also bring all the goodness that is on object to the personalized experience as well. So today you can only really do limited changes, but we are also going to be able to bring some of that formatting goodness to Personalize.
One of the things I know that's important from a Power BI perspective is more of that office-like feel. And so when we think of on-object editing and the experiences inside of Power BI desktop, so how does that relate when we think about Office and going into Power BI?
So you'll start to notice as the Power BI product matures, we are kind of heading in a more office direction, and that's in an effort to make it more intuitive and easier to use, especially for those folks that are coming over from Office. So, if you're switching between, a PowerPoint deck or an Excel sheet, if you come into Power BI, it should still feel like you're using a Microsoft product, right? So we're starting to bring over some of those same anatomy pieces from Office, and that's where you're starting to see the pieces come together, with on-object being our first effort here. One of the biggest changes you've probably seen with on-object is the pane switcher. So that was very much inspired from Office, right? They have this concept of showing a one pane at a time to help increase the canvas real estate and also help focus you on the task that you're currently working with.
I open all the panes at once.
If you prefer that, that's also,
the report canvas was like itty bitty.
The other change that we added were the on-object buttons, right? And bringing some of that user experience directly to where your mouse already is. Really what we're trying to accomplish there is like helping bring the UI to you.
And I noticed in one of the latest updates, though, you can actually choose now to have it more of like the pane experience versus on the actual visual itself.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to make the experience a little bit more configurable so that you can choose how you prefer to work.
That is amazing info, Rosie. And for everyone else, hopefully this gives you an idea of why the Power BI team is working on object visuals. Obviously, they're doing a ton of other stuff too. That's a big team. It's not just the team working on this. There are many updates coming for Power BI, but this is a significant one in terms of usability and just consistency across experiences. So I do like that. If you haven't turned it on yet, I invite you to go enable the preview feature to start playing around with it. Rosie did mention that it will become the default experience at some point. So stay tuned for the blogs for the announcements around that. Rosie, thank you so much for having us. And if y'all want to watch more on object editing, check out the playlist up above my head. As always, thank you so much for watching. Keep being awesome, and we'll see you in the next video.